Hello everyone, I wanted to give you guys an update on the Democritus tools project. This is the third tool, the final tool in the series, and it's well past an update. I've had so many delays on this project that I didn't want to give you guys an update until I had a lot to show, and this is a lot to show at this point. So, as you may recall, we have the blade carriage here. It's got linear bearings packed in here, and the linear bearings are held inside with these cotters that are kind of putting a side load on those bearings. We've got two hardened ground 3/4 inch shafts. That's what the carriage rides on. Those linear bearings roll over and they come on to the steel bar and then up and around, and so you hear that little as they come on and off, but it's a really smooth movement. Underneath here, let's see if I can get the light just right. We've got the blades held in those two brass bodies. Set screws allow us to move the bodies apart and put spacers in there to cut different widths. Dovetail track. So that does the cutting, but we need a way to hold the material down. So I've got this piece here. I'm going to slide it underneath, and we've got this hold down bar, and we've got again a button, and this tool is not done yet, so excuse all the mess as I'm putting it together. There's still a lot more work, but we've got two sets of solenoid valves down here. We've got our speed controls, we've got our switch, we've got our power supply plugged in down here, and we've got our air line coming in. So that comes in right over there. So that's going to hit this pneumatic ram right here, and we've got an identical one right over here. They come up through the table to these guys here, and then we've got this aluminum bar, and this is our hold down clamp. So I'm going to go ahead and press the button, and we can look at the bar just beyond the button. So that comes down, and that holds this mat board down for the cut. Now, when you pull the blade forward, you're going to do a cut, but you don't want to push the blade backwards through there. That would ruin the blades really quick. So you want to be able to lift the blade up and bring it back to reset it for the next cut. That was a lot more complicated than I initially thought. It was kind of one of those things you dismiss, that you're going to have to do that, but how are you going to do it? And you think about it later. So that's this setup over here on the other side. This side's got a hinge pin so that the bars can rotate up. This side has got a lot more. We've got the bar clamps that holds the bar in place, and we've got another pneumatic ram coming down through the table here, and this one is a lot bigger, you can see. But this rod isn't strong enough to keep everything in alignment, so we've got linkages here. So these linkages allow everything to come up stable and square. We also have keys milled into this block, so when it comes down, it locks in those keys, and that also removes any lateral load that would be introduced when you're pulling the blade carriage across. And of course we got another button for that, so I'll go ahead and hit this button, and down it goes. And I can vary the speed that it comes down and comes back up. I've got some temporary rubber bumpers here, so I'm not slamming the blade carriage in. But let's go ahead and let's take a cut. So see if I can do this one with one hand. So we've got blade carriage, and down there We got our material. All right, and we're going to press our buttons. So let's take a look here. We got, this is the waste strip, and this is our cut strip, and it's got that slight beveled angle from those blades being turned out just right. So that's how that cut would work. Now this tool's not finished. I do want a way to advance the mat board to the next cut, mostly to minimize this waste. So if it'll come just right past that edge, just enough so that the blade has enough material to remove, but without adding up these waste piece thicknesses, would turn into a lot after a while. So at this point, the tool works enough, and you guys have been so patient with me as I've been working on these tools. I'm at a point where I can go ahead and cut up all the material I need to get the Kickstarter rewards out. So that's what I'm going to do at this point. I'm going to finish cutting all the material and then get the Kickstarter rewards out before finishing this actual tool. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm not going to give a deadline on when I'm going to have these done. I'm going to be doing what I can, but there's been a lot of delays so far, so I don't want to promise anything. But just know that I'm working on it and that I haven't forgotten about you guys. All right, thanks again. Bye.